Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah.
And welcome to another short video here at Plan Manager Assist. As always, I've got my good friend and our resident NDIS expert with me, John Collins. Happy New Year, mate.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Here we are, under the bridge. Did you manage to catch the fireworks at all?
I did at home on the TV. We watched the 9 o'clock fireworks with the Indigenous theme. I thought it was fantastic. Watched the 12 o'clock by myself. Everyone else was asleep.
Okay, I love it. As we look forward to 2023, what are some of the trends you see happening in plan management? What's happening in our world, mate?
Well, look, I think the industry, we're going to see a bit of rationalisation from a lot of the smaller plan managers. There's certainly those that don't have any knowledge of NDIS or participants and plans and knowledge about what can be funded and not will tend to disappear. I think you find the high costs associated with being registered and being compliant, applying to all those standards of the NDIA put forward in terms of the NDIS Code of Conduct, the quality and standard practice that you have to do.
Yep.
That's quite a high barrier to entry. But not only that, if you're not directly API connected, which is very expensive to do from a technology perspective, it really leads to a lot of errors and a lot of problems with invoicing. And a lot of smaller plan manager bookkeepers thinking they can get a second revenue stream. Now they may be great accountants for their local people wherever they are, but they know nothing about the NDS or plans or what can be funded. And you want to stay away from those because they're really not helping you at all determine what. The second thing is there's also a number of large corporates that entered the plan management business in 2022, and unfortunately they're what banks call book building, and it's all about numbers like mortgages. A new competitor in the mortgage market will book build and generally buy smaller competitors to book build and build numbers of participants. Now unfortunately that's the same approach these corporates are taking for plan management. And a lot of people might not even realise that you're actually part of a corporate entity now, or a retirement fund, a superannuation trust, and you may not even know. So please ask the question. Ask who actually owns and runs your organisation as a plan manager, because there are a lot now that are actually already corporate owned. That means they don't have NDS experience. They may have some executive staff, but you don't get people on the phones and they don't answer emails.
Yeah, sure.
So do that investigation because that's really important. The other thing is, I think, is our focus on regional communities and our Indigenous population. I think there's been a real disparity of funding and focus from the government over a number of years, which has been a lot of sectors, to be honest. But I think that will come around. I think we need to see incentives for allied health professionals and other professionals to go and work in those areas. The funding needs to be brought to equitable levels like it is in the cities. There shouldn't be a difference in where you live. Unfortunately, there is with funding. That's quite clear. We have some great examples of support coordinator organisations that have actually, the first 2 years of someone joining them, they go to regional areas. We've seen this in Dubbo and Orange while we're out there recently. And they spend 2 years doing like a traineeship in the regional areas. Now, not only does that spread knowledge, they're learning in those areas about our Indigenous communities, the challenges in regional areas, and learning their own skills and trade is, they're getting a great lifestyle. Having grown up in the country myself, is that it's really a great way to start your career for 2 years in the country.
Sure. And
the people we encountered at Orange especially said it was fantastic, and Dubbo, they said it was a great experience for them to do that. The other thing we see a little bit of is the government now have abolished the administrative appeals tribunal, and that's where everybody got caught up with if they had a review done on their plan, they didn't like it, and actually put an objection, they end up endless legal circles essentially. They're going to cut all that out, and with the Labor government now they're going to make it a lot more streamlined. They've got another committee which we haven't seen how that's going to work yet, but it'll take all the time out of that. You won't have to go to court and represent yourself. It's a common sense approach, the way I see it, and the more they can do that and take the cost out of spending it on lawyers and superfluous funding and make it focus on participants, well, the better. So they're the couple of things we see happening in the near term.
Okay, well that's a good summary. Guys, if you're looking for a plan manager in 2023, one that is a medium-sized business that's not going to buckle under the weight of fixed cost structure and compliance costs and audit costs, that knows exactly what they're doing, that is not owned by a corporate, that is a family-owned entity and treats everyone like family, then give us a try. We've got capacity and we would love to take you on board. That's all from Under the Bridge. Thanks very much, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy 2023.